In this episode, I'm teaching you how to start a business. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 20 of the Ascent. I am your host Steve Campbell. I'm outdoors in lovely Denver, Colorado, just hanging out in the neighborhood. So today I just wanted to share a little bit of advice that I've picked up while I've been starting this business of mine. And so I figured this will be part one and then we can just add to it from there. First things first, starting a business is hard. I think one of the biggest things I learned so far that I picked up from my accounting and finance friends is if you want to take it from a hobby to an actual business, you need to show the government that you're serious about what you're doing. So the advice I got was open a separate bank account and keep meticulous records of everything that you're doing with your business. So come tax time, when I have all my records in order, I'll be able to write things off like partial utilities and rent and who knows what else. Essentially the idea is so long as I have everything coming through a separate account, the government realizes that it's not just a hobby. Second biggest tip I learned, create a business plan. I can't tell you the number of people that I've talked to on the phone where one of their first questions was something that I had difficulty answering. I hate to break it to you, but your market can't be everybody. So formalizing a business plan really just helps you settle down and sort of just really hone yourself into your niche and figure out what it is you're offering, what your mission statement is, what you hope your profit projections to be, and all those types of things. In between you and me, it's pretty much a requirement these days, especially if you're trying to get people to invest. And perhaps the biggest lesson I can give you in part one of this series is the value of doing work for free or cheap. One thing I've definitely noticed since I've stepped down from VaynerMedia and working with like Fortune 500 brands and big celebrities and CEOs and people like that is that the average person like you or me or the average small business owner doesn't have a lot of money. Which is tricky because how do you provide value in a scenario where you know you're worth a certain amount and you'd like to gain a certain amount of money for it to be worth your time, but you can't really get these bigger jobs unless you have some of these smaller jobs in the beginning. The key is to reach out to somebody who is a little bit above where you want to be now and then offer to do something for free for them. For instance, I want to sell my consulting services to people who want to build their personal brands. So a good tactic for me right now to take my own advice is to reach out to the 5, 10, 15 people in Denver, maybe local or online here, somebody who's a personality already but looking to blow up their brand. Maybe they're a public speaker, maybe they're a former athlete, maybe they're a local newscaster, whoever it is that really understands the value of protecting and building on their image. And then you say, hey, here's what I do for a living, here's what I offer, here's a free social audit or some tips or some advice that I'd love to give you free of charge. If you notice any bump in your stats or your business or your personal brand, I would love to speak to you more about doing a long-term thing. That's how you set up what's called a win-win. Because at the very least, you're gonna get that person's attention, which is great because they might know people who can help you even if they can't. Or they may actually love what you do and then they may offer to put you on retainer and then they are paying for your services for 6 months to a year, who knows. But even if none of that happens, you still kind of take something away because whatever you do for that person, you can then get their permission and use as a case study to build for other people. So in helping somebody for free, even if they still don't want my services at the end of the day, I can take that information and build it into a case study and then take that to the next 20 people that I reach out to. So just to recap, how to start a business. 1, show the government it's not just a hobby. 2, get a business plan in order. And 3, put your time to use, leverage it as the asset it is, and do free or cheap labor in order to get ahead. If you found this advice helpful at all, or you'd like to add to it, or you have some feedback or critiques, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If I don't hear from you, I won't take offense, but good luck building your business.